Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces May 25, 2022. You might experience some impulsiveness or impatience with today's minor challenging aspects, making it best to avoid acting on ego or emotion. However, it's helpful to recognize your need to make changes. It's just better to think before acting. You can feel some uncertainties about a relationship or plans are up in the air. While your thinking tends to be practical and goal-oriented these days, emotional matters can muddy the waters today, and you can find it difficult concentrating. Ideally, you get the chance to better understand yourself and your goals, which helps you in the long run. With Mars in good shape today, you can enjoy a pleasant and robust feeling of commitment to your interests, projects, or studies. This kind of motivation can carry you far as you're enthusiastic about learning and expanding your knowledge or experiences. It's not that you're reluctant to the idea of dating, you're simply preoccupied with more than you'd like to admit. Single or crushing, this is especially true today, as the moon will continue roaming through your fourth house of intuition, family matters, and home sweet home, but retreating into your safe space is easier said than done. Sitting in direct opposition to Mercury, Jupiter, and Neptune via your 10th house of authority, chances are you need more time to recharge your energy and spirit instead of taking the lead in a romantic situation. Take your time. Get ready for a few light bulb moments today. You may come to a few sudden realizations regarding your career, professional status, and even your accomplishments as Mercury in Pisces sextiles Uranus in Taurus. Mercury is daydreaming of what you could accomplish or how you could present yourself professionally. So, the sextile with Uranus can allude to a wake-up, shake-up moment. It could be more internal since Uranus is quaking in your subconscious. But if you have a revelation that could impact your career, you should write it down or talk about it with a confidant. What makes the moon's friendly aspect to Pluto in your financial sector today empowering is that while this is a monthly event, as a moon this comes with a lot more influence. This is something that can always fuel your financial confidence, instincts, and imagination, but this time, in a way that will be a lot more noticeable. Especially when it comes to financial matters on the home front. Personal relationships don't always run according to plan. Turbulent situations crop up again and again, requiring all your energy. Smaller arguments and conflicts seem to be pre-programmed. Keep calm and deal with this turmoil in a relaxed fashion. A new performer is set to walk onto your stage, and they're going to bring down the house. You might have to do some quick improv if you want to keep up. If you feel your romantic life needs re-evaluating, make an assessment of your personal life and understand what is positive, unique, and desirable about you, also what you want and why from a relationship. In this way you can create a sure and positive impression when you first meet others that they can respect. There is daring in the air, and you are one to pick up on that sort of thing. You may feel flirtatious, or gullible, or even a bit arrogant today. It's probably best to conserve some of that daring energy, since you'll likely be sensitive and easily offended. Try to challenge yourself rather than looking for other, outside challenges. Run an extra mile, take on a new yoga position, or try to squeeze your exercise into a busy schedule. You could also try out one of the martial arts techniques through virtual classes or workshops. When it comes to problem solving at the workplace, you can greet this day with absolute confidence. Even if this is an area that you aren't usually comfortable in, you will find that this essence gives you the boost and innovation you require to tackle most anything. Be sure to take a second look at anything you weren't able to resolve recently. Chances are good that all of the possible solutions will present themselves in no time today. Whether it is having the moon in your communication sector during Mars' last full day here, or Mercury, the planet of communication, back in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart, having retrograde back in yesterday, the focus is on communication. As Mercury works to make the most of a second chance to give your heart, the past and unsaid words a voice, the moon is working with Mars to make the final hours of his war against communication barriers as effective as possible. Having the moon in your communication sector during Mars' last full day here is giving the final hours of his war on communication barriers a boost. This comes just as Mercury, in his first full day back in your romantic sector and in retrograde motion, has the planet of communication working to give your heart, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Our eyes in the sky. There are good moods all around, and you could be feeling particularly social today and ready to share your positivity with others. You and your loved ones will support each other, so spending time with them now can be especially rewarding. You might even find that you look better than usual too, so don't be surprised if you're really feeling yourself today. This is an exceptional time to get together in a large group, plan a trip with other people, and organize regular gatherings moving forward. This is great energy for doing charitable works, donating your time, and working on behalf of others. The moon links up with Uranus tonight, and the energy is still sociable, but it's more suggestive of old times and memories. It's a great night for a small gathering around the fire pit to recap your group's greatest hits. Intuition is strong, but the emotional intensity could cloud your judgment. If you're under work or other pressure and unable to socialize, you could experience some mood swings. Just try not to behave in a way you might come to regret later. Why do we allow emotions like guilt or shame to isolate us? Yes, our past is unique. No one else has the same lens on reality because no one else has lived identical experiences. Yet, while our history might be our own, we can still find relatable ways of sharing our stories with others to inspire communion, compassion, admiration, and respect. Fortune might land in our laps. Although luck appears randomly, it is the result of good karma gathered from previous deeds. Enjoy this magical moment. Mid-afternoon, the moon aligns with Neptune, continuing the day's dreamy vibe. At best, this aspect will bring out our compassionate side. At worst, it can find us becoming lost in illusion. When Pallas aligns with Chiron, we perceive the magnitude of this truth. Pain, although uniquely experienced, is universally understood. The gulf we perceive between ourselves and others is not as wide as we believe. The patterning of our wounds becomes defined during this transit, and our strategic approach to healing empowers us while inspiring those around us to resolve their own pain. Are we keeping organized? Are we being mindful of the details? However, Mercury in opposition scrambles our ability to express ourselves. We forget the minutiae, and our interactions become laden with misunderstandings. Frustration is the result of this cosmic clash, so give the time-sensitive deeds on your to-do list a bit of extra padding and prepare for one or two awkward conversations.